everybody, it's Renee. Today we're going to talk about James chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness." So James warns us about the serious responsibility that comes with being a teacher, especially in the early Christian communities. Teaching is not something to take lightly. It requires deep commitment and a genuine desire to share the truth. In James's time in Jerusalem, being a teacher or philosopher was highly respected and seen as a position of status. However, James warns that this status should not be the motivation for becoming a teacher. Instead, those who teach must be dedicated to the truth and approach their role with humility. This humility is vital because it reminds teachers that they are not above others. They are guides to help others understand life's complexities. The history of rabbis in ancient Jerusalem is rich and complex, reflecting the wider context of Jewish life, culture, and religion throughout different periods. And before rabbis were officially recognized, Jewish teaching was mainly done by priests and elders. The Second Temple, which existed from 516 BC until its destruction in 70 CE, or after Jesus, was the main place of worship, and priests held significant power in religious matters. During the Second Temple period, a group called the Pharisees emerged. They emphasized the importance of oral traditions alongside the written Torah, believing that these teachings were essential for understanding the law. After the Romans destroyed the Second Temple, the traditional priestly leadership declined, and the role of the rabbis became more important. The Pharisees evolved into the rabbinic class, focusing on interpreting Jewish law and ethics in ways that could be practiced in everyday life, particularly outside the temple. Rabbis became the main teachers and leaders of Jewish communities, offering guidance on religious law, ethics, and social issues. They were often called sages or teachers, meaning rabbi, which means my teacher in Hebrew. Besides teaching, rabbis also led their communities by resolving disputes, leading prayers, and officiating in important life events like weddings and funerals. They acted as mediators in conflicts to help maintain social harmony. During Roman rule in Jerusalem, the Jewish community faced many challenges, including political oppression and cultural pressure. Rabbis played a vital role in resisting these pressures by promoting Jewish identity and religious practices. The destruction of the temple in 70 CE or AD marked a significant change in Jewish life, shifting the focus from temple worship to synagogue worship. This change further strengthened the rabbi's role as a spiritual leader, guiding the community and keeping their faith and traditions alive. In ancient Greece, teachers were crucial in helping students navigate life, not just by sharing facts, but by imparting wisdom. Similarly, Hebrew rabbis were seen as humble leaders who helped people discover important truths about faith and life. Their emphasis on humility shows that the true authority comes from recognizing our limitations and being grounded in what is true. The legacy of the rabbinic tradition established by these early teachers laid the groundwork for modern Judaism. Rabbis became the guardians of Jewish law and tradition, guiding their communities through various historical challenges. Their focus on study, debate, and interpretation became key features of Jewish scholarship, influencing education and religious practices throughout history and continuing to shape the lives of Jewish communities around the world. When James mentions scrutiny or judgment in this verse, he's underscoring the idea that teachers will face divine judgment for their words and actions. They are held to a higher accountability. Every word and intention is examined by God. He takes this role of teacher very seriously. It's not just about sharing knowledge. It requires living out that truth and ensuring that what is taught aligns with God's principles. James encourages us to reflect on the power of our words and the moral responsibility that comes with being a teacher. Teachers must face life's challenges with integrity and wisdom, understanding that their influence reaches far beyond the classroom. Their role is to help others navigate life's struggles with grace and truth, ensuring that they guide their students in a way that honors God. So what do you think James means when he says that teachers will be judged with greater strictness? How does this perspective impact your view of teaching and its responsibilities? Think about this today. See you later.